It's the 413's regional AU channel with the latest on the tropical cyclone Ilsa, now category 4, and expected across the coast between Port Hedland and Bidiyendenga Thursday night or Friday morning. The warning zone is area south of Broome to Wimmer Creek, including Port Hedland and extending inland as far as Pangoo, apology for the pronunciations, including Nullagine, Marble Bar and Telford. The watch zone is inland areas to the southwest of Balgo. Category 4, sustained winds near the centre of 165 km an hour with wind gusts to 230 km an hour, located within 20 km of 17.7 degrees south, 118.9 degrees east. This is 290 km north of Port Hedland and 295 km northwest of Woolline Downs. Currently tracking south-southwest at 15 km an hour. Severe tropical cyclone Ilsa has intensified into a category 4 is moving south. The cyclone is expected to turn to the southeast this afternoon, moving towards the East Pilbara coast. Severe impact will occur along the coast adjacent inland parts to the east of Port Hedland, west of Bidiyendenga, most likely between the Patu Roadhouse and Woolline Downs later tonight or early Friday morning. During Friday, the cyclone is forecast to maintain tropical cyclone intensity as it tracks past Telford and further inland across the northern interior district. The system is then expected to weaken below tropical cyclone strength overnight Friday. The destructive core with extreme gusts to 275 kilometres an hour is expected to impact the area between De Grey and west of Bidiyendenga late Thursday night, early Friday morning before tracking inland. Very destructive wind gusts up to 170 km an hour possible at Telford during Friday if the centre of Ilsa passes close by. Destructive winds with wind gusts to 155 km an hour may develop near the coast between Bidiyendenga and Port Hedland during the afternoon or evening before extending inland as far as Marble Bar and during Friday Telford. Damaging winds with gusts to 90 km an hour may develop between the area south of Broome to around Port Hedland from early this afternoon. Heavy rainfall is another key component. Thunderstorms, the instability will be extremely high, so squally thunderstorms, supercell percentages probably high. Heavy rainfall over the West Kimberley may extend to the eastern Pilbara during today, the northern interior from Friday. 200 to 400 millimetres of rainfall possible during today and Friday, and abnormally high tides. The Tropical Cyclone Warning Centre has a yellow alert for people between Bidiyendenga, Wimmer Creek, including Port Hedland, extending inland to include Marble Bar, Nullagine and Telford, and people need to act and get ready to shelter. That is from the Western Australian Government Department, DFES. Now we have a look at the Bureau's 12-hourly rainfall total. The Bureau of Meteorology Western Australia also has a wind warning in place. Hurricane force wind warning now current for the West Kimberley and the Pilbara coast east. Strong wind warning, Perth local waters, Pilbara coast west, the Nigaloo coast, Gascoyne, Geraldton, Launceston, Perth, Bunbury Geographic, Leeuwin, Albany, Esperance and Ikula coast. Rainfall scale, right hand side of the screen. And for Friday, hurricane force wind warning for the West Kimberley and the Pilbara coast east. A gale warning will also be enforced Friday for Leeuwin, Albany, Esperance and Ikula coast. The Bureau's total forecast of rain days 1 to 3, 5 to 8, then 1 to 8, which is the forecast period. So hurricane force wind warning for today and Friday. The Joy Typhoon Warning Centre continues to update. I'm also keeping an eye on the Solomon Island region and a weak low to form off the southeast Queensland coast. Now we have a look at some tracks. Satellite infrared shows a large, highly symmetrical system with a formative eye. Central convection continues to deepen and rain bands have wrapped tighter into the centre. The initial position of 17.1 degrees south, 119.3 degrees east, 428 nautical miles northeast of Leitmoth. South-southwest at 6 knots, wave height is 46 feet. The shortwave trough approaching from the southwest has begun to weaken the steering ridge. This will allow the cyclone to track southward and southeastward. Before 24 hours, then track rapidly into the central Australian outback. And the current position of the Category 4 is 17.7 degrees south, 119.1 degrees east, maximum winds 115 knots, and central pressure is 944 millibars. The cyclone will also be impacted by strong westerlies ahead of the trough, fueling a rapid intensification to a peak of 130 knots 12 hours prior to landfall. Increasing vertical wind shear land interaction will rapidly erode the system to dissipation by 48 hours. Now here's the centre's latest track. However, numerical models are in very tight agreement with an even spread to 115 nautical miles by 48 hours, with UEMN, the sole outlier, opting for a clockwise U-turn up to 36 hours, lending high confidence in the centre's forecast track. However, there's only medium confidence in the intensity forecast due to the variables associated with rapid intensification and land passage. Force 13's main channel is likely to provide landfall coverage sometime tonight, local time. Now here's a look at some of the floaters on the severe category 4. Not sure whether it's going to reach the Cat 5 threshold on the AU scale. And a formative eye going by the satellite imagery. I'll be waiting with interest to see what the centre has the eye size. That'll be around probably 1800 hours Eastern Standard Time. Force 13's AU channel will continue to bring the latest information either via video update or a automated streaming service.
You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com, our YouTube page youtube.com/Force13, on Facebook under the same name Force 13, and our Twitter handle, it's @Force13 if you wish to get in touch. You can also add Force 13 on Skype and my personal account on Discord, Fool13, at extension 9094.